Solve the equations a 3h over 5 plus 4 is equal to 13. So what we do firstly is we collect like terms, and to do that this 4 should transfer over the equal sign to this side, and we know that when that happens there's a change of sign from a positive to a negative. So when we present our answer, it will be 3h over 5 is equal to 13 minus 4. What is 13 minus 4? 10, 11, 12, 13. So it's 9. 3h minus 5 is equal to 9. Our next step is to clear the fractions. What do? We multiply every term by the denominator 5. The effect on the left hand side is 5 cancelling out 5. So now we have 3h is equal to 9 times 5. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45. Then to remain with h, we divide both sides with 3. 3 into 3, we cancel out. So h is equal to 3 into 3, 1. 3 into 4, it's also 1. Remainder 1. And 3 into 15, it's 5. So the answer here, h, will be 1, 5. Y multiplying y plus 3 minus 2 multiplying y plus 3 is equal to 0. Our first step is to expand the brackets. How do we do so? This term which is outside the bracket multiplies every term which is inside the bracket. So y times y squared plus y times 3, 3y. The same operation happens here, but you should be careful whenever you see a negative sign. Minus 2 times y is minus 2y. Minus 2 times 3 is minus 6. Because a negative number multiplying a positive number makes it a negative number. This is equal to 0. So y squared, what is 3y minus 2y? It's just y minus 6 is equals to 0. Because the highest power of our variable y is 2, this is a quadratic equation. And for quadratic equations, we have 3 methods which are used to simplify quadratic equations. Method number 1, factorization. Method number 2, using the quadratic formula. If you take on mathematics at advanced level, pure mathematics, you will learn about the third method, called the method of completing the square. But because this is paper 1 and the allocation of 2 marks, we should know that in most cases, if not all cases, the method we are going to use here is factorization. How do we factorize? To factorize, you should make sure that your question is arranged in this order: ax squared plus bx plus c. Start with the term with x squared, then the term with x, and then a number, just a constant. This order is very important. Y squared plus y minus 6. This actually is the first step. Take note and make sure your quadratic formula, your quadratic equation is written correctly. Having noticed that it is written correctly. Our next step now is we multiply the first term and the last. Y squared times minus 6, it's minus 6 squared, minus 6y squared. Y squared times minus 6 is minus 6y squared. Then now we need factors. A factor is a number which divides perfectly into another number without leaving a remainder. So we need two factors. These factors, when they multiply, they should give us minus 6y squared. And when they add, they should give us y. So we can start out with 3y and 2y. 3y and 2y, when they multiply, they give us 6y squared. And somehow, they are also convertible to give us y. Then we put our sign, negative sign. Then we test our factors. We test our hypothesis. 3y minus 2y, for sure it is y. 3y times minus 2y, for sure it is minus 6y squared. So these are correct factors. Then we rewrite our quadratic equation, replacing the middle term with the factors. So instead of writing y squared plus y minus 6 is equals to 0, we write y squared plus 3y minus 2y minus 6 is equal to 0. Then we now have 4 terms instead of 3. We arrange them into 2. What is the common factor in our first bracket? Y is the common factor. Then y into y squared, it's y, plus y dividing into 3y, it's 3. This is called factoring out. This is the part which defines this method as factorization. Then what is the common factor here? It cannot be y because we do not have y for this term. So the common factor is a number and it is minus 2. Then minus 2 dividing into minus 2y, it's y. And minus 2 dividing into minus 6, it's plus 3. It's equals to 0. This part is confusing. So let us dwell a little on it. This part which gives us a plus. When we are factorizing, we are expressing this bracket in such a way that what is common inside the bracket is factored out and we remain with this y plus 3. But why is it y plus 3? Take note that this is minus 6. Right? So we need a number such that when we multiply it with minus 2 should give us minus 6. For example, if you look here, when we factored out y, we this y, if we multiply y times y, it gives us y squared. If we multiply y times 3, it gives us 3 squared. Y times 3, it gives us 3y. So we need a number which if we multiply it with minus 2 gives us minus 6. And we know that when numbers with different signs, a positive and a negative, multiply, they give us a negative. That is why it's y plus 3 here. I hope I made it easier for you to understand. So let us carry on with our solution. Then a litmus test for the factorization method is to find that your brackets are the same. In this bracket it is y plus 3. In this bracket it should also be y plus 3. Then you just gather you just gather y minus 2, these outsider terms, y minus 2, and also y plus 3 is equal to 0. We are only left with one step and stage to conclude, but let us take it deeper because of what we want to do here. What is 3 times 0? The number is 0, or the answer is 0. The product is 0, because any number which is multiplied by 0 becomes 0. So this means that if we have two numbers and the product is 0, it automatically implies that one of the numbers should be 0. If we are multiplying two numbers, but we already know that our answer is 0, this then means that one of those two unknown numbers is actually 0. For example, 7 times box is equals to 0. You should already know that the box contains 0 because any number multiplied by 0 is 0. So the same logic is going to work here. The same thinking will work here. We have this expression bracket y minus 2 multiplying bracket y plus 3 is equals to 0. It means that it's either this bracket or this bracket is 0. So let us use a different color. Y minus 2 is equals to 0, or y plus 3 is equals to 0. So we know our operations that this number 2 minus 2 would cross over the equal sign and it changes its sign. It's just a reminder. So y will be equal to 2, and in this case y will be equal to minus 3. Be careful, the change of sign is very important. So here y is equal to 2 or minus 3. These will be the two answers. How the 2 marks are allocated, I do not know. But let me indicate important stages. Number 1, the expansion of brackets. Number 2, the process of factorizing or solving the quadratic equation through factorization. Then thirdly, knowing how to eventually derive your answer. So these are the 3 steps in question number 18b.